Hey, morning. Check this again. Fantastic morning. South Africa, when are you going to get pissed off, eh? Tell me, what's it going to take? Hey? Hey? Is it going to take them coming with troops, which they don't have at this current juncture, thank God, or cops or mobs to take your stuff, murder you, throw you in the street, burn your bodies? Is that when you're going to start catching a wake up as to what's going on here? Hey? What's it going to take to make you mull? Huh? So yesterday, I read that the press ombudsman has found News 24 guilty of straight out lying. Straight out. No apology. Nothing. Just straight out lying about the narrative on the farm murder situation in South Africa. You know, News 24, similar to other large media outlets who've also got little red-headed fools sprouting their lies and their propaganda, thinking that somehow they're going to be saved from whatever's coming for the rest of us. Huh? You know, these people are deluded. You know what I mean? You know, they all think they're going to be Oscar Schindler, you know? That because he's got factories, the Nazis won't come and flip and hammer him. But the reality of the situation is that we're living in a Nazi playbook here. Propaganda, disinformation, a group of people vilified and victimized. You know, this operation, Dudula, you know, they had my full support. You know, until they started not allowing South Africans into hospitals based on the color of their skin. That's where they lost me straight away, right? But I started thinking about this whole situation. And you know what I've come to realize? It's exactly what I've been talking about in the past, you know? My brain has gone in a little bit scatterbrained. I'm not seeing things for what they really are. But I'm waking up again very quickly. Let me tell you what's happening, right? We've got municipal elections next year. Correct? This Dudula thing has got nothing to do with foreigners. It's got nothing to do with resources. It's got nothing to do with anything. I'm telling you, if you guys start digging there and you start looking at who's financing these things, you're going to get a shock. Because I think you're going to find all of this stuff is actually, this is not a fact. This is not propaganda or fake news. This is just my own personal thoughts. Because I'm seeing the Nazi playbook. And the Nazi playbook is, you know, we have to find a common enemy. And the common enemy now seems to be not only white South Africans, but also foreigners, right? To try and polarize the masses behind us, okay? And then what we're going to do is, because in all likelihood, all of us are going to go to jail very soon, right? Yeah, sure. In a flippin', I don't know whose dream world, maybe my dream world. But we have to create instability and chaos. And we have to start creating a narrative where it's us against them. And that's what they're doing. You know, they're starting to now attack again the foreign people in this country, who, in my opinion, I'm 100% behind the idea that they shouldn't be here unless they're documented, they're here legally, they're employed and they're adding to our country. They shouldn't be here, I get that. But it's not the job of civilians to do that. And now civilians are being swept up to attack civilians outside hospitals, you know, to create instability, create chaos. Because in instability and chaos, you can have a government that's coming to save you. And we're already starting to see this narrative come out of ANC officials. You know, like Lesotho was on TV the other night saying, we have to find other ways and we have to do this and we have to do that, you know, in order to try and fix these problems. You know, we'll come and save you. Us, the government, is going to save you. But the government hasn't saved us from anything, ever. In fact, all they've ever done since they've been in power is made things worse and worse and worse and worse. Now, I've got a concern about that, because my concern is if somehow we manage to oust these thieves and robbers and liars from our government, who are we going to replace them with? This is the question I want to ask, is who are you planning on replacing the current ANC government with? Now, I'll get 1,000 different answers. Guyton, Helen, this one, that one, and the rest. But those people have been there with this ANC for the last 30 years. You know? We've got guys from these parties, and I'm speaking about Guyton McKenzie now. I'm speaking about him. You know, that are now also implicated in all kind of gangsterism and bullshit, right? Your friend that you claim is not your friend is caught in the house of a guy that's just been arrested for being the mastermind of multiple murders. Your son is busy with shady deals in a soccer club. And you expect us to trust you, bud, with your history. You know, now you say, you're going to dig up the past. But the past is exactly that. I've also got a past. So you know what I have to do to make sure that my past doesn't get dragged into every conversation? I have to live more squeaky clean, above and beyond what any other citizen of this country lives, in order that my past never enters into a conversation about my present. But unfortunately, your best mate, who's now suddenly not your mate, who is your mate, who isn't your mate, all right, is caught in the house of a known gangster, an alleged mastermind of multiple killings, including musicians. He's caught there, all right? He suddenly then resigns, okay, so that he can avoid a board of inquiry from the municipality. He quickly resigns, all right? And now you're distancing yourself from him. But in the meantime, you've got skeletons in your own closet right now, not from the past, from right now, that have never been answered. Now, you know, all of a sudden we're having this commission of inquiry at a cost of 150 million rand to South Africa to find out if Mkwanazi's allegations are true. He's got prima facie evidence. We don't need a board of inquiry. We need police detectives, dockets, statements, evidence, warrant of arrest, bail application, trial. That's what we need. We don't need a commission of inquiry. If I go and I steal 24 billion rand, or if I'm implicated in multiple murders and there's evidence against me, you don't hold a board of inquiry before you come and arrest me. You apply for a warrant of arrest from the prosecutors and you come and arrest me. Why is it different for the politicians? Why is it are they not citizens of South Africa? Do they not fall under the laws of South Africa? So then why is it that they get different treatment when they're implicated? When they're implicated in crimes, boards of inquiry. When me as a South African is implicated in crimes, arrest, fight it in court. I don't get it. Then on a last note, and I hope people are going to climb on my bandwagon now, demand lifestyle audits for every single member of parliament, minister, deputy minister, government official in this country immediately. I demand it. And every cent that they cannot account for, they must pay back immediately to the citizens of this country. Immediately. All properties they own must be seized and sold, and those properties, the money from those properties must go to the people it's intended to go to, the citizens of this country, with immediate effect. All these blue light brigades and gangs and that must be stopped immediately. If you are for the people don't want to kill you, brother. You don't need bodyguards. This is all just a show, to try and show people how important they are. I demand that with immediate effect, immediately, and I want South Africa to climb on this bandwagon behind me. Lifestyle audits for all of them. All of them. Amen. Have a great day. Cheers.